Hey everybody, welcome to the Business Growth and Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Bill, the company's expert. And today I'm asking the question that's on all our minds: where's the mass customization that we were promised? Now, 20 to 30 years ago, you would not believe how many business books were published that talked about this thing called mass customization. Everybody predicted that that's what the future would hold. That would be the next big thing that traditional companies would provide us in terms of manufacturing. And everybody thought this is where the world was going, and they told us it was coming, and everyone was looking forward to it. And today, we still haven't got it. Now, just so everyone's on the same page, what is mass customization? Well, let's take a really simple example. Okay, let's say you want to go buy a car. Okay, and you have your heart set on a particular make and model, right? Now, that model of car might come in three configurations: the economy configuration, the standard configuration, and the premium fully loaded configuration. Okay, so the economy model has the basic stereo. It's like an AM/FM radio, right? Something ancient like that. And it's got it only comes in black. You can't get any other colors. And it doesn't have any of the fancy features like a big engine or a sunroof or big wheels or anything like that. Okay. And then the standard model, it has a couple of those features. You can get it in black, blue, or gray if you have no personality whatsoever. Or you could get the premium configuration where it's fully loaded. So you get the good stereo, you get the sunroof, you get the big chrome wheels and the hubcaps, you get a navigation system, Bluetooth navigation and system with a stereo and all that kind of stuff. And it's fully loaded. Okay, so those are your three options, right? Oh, and it comes in a few more colors. It also comes in addition to black, blue, and gray. It also comes in colors that have a bit more personality, like red and maybe even yellow. Okay. And maybe hot pink, if you're into that. Now, those are your options. Okay. Those are your only options. You have to pick one of those three configurations. Okay. If you wanted to mix and match the features, you would not be able to. If you said, look, I want this car, but I want it in hot pink, but I basically want the economy model with the sunroof. That's what I want, right? If you said that at your local car dealership, they would say, sorry, you can't order sort of off the menu. You have to order one of these three configurations. That's all we can provide you. Sorry, if you want the economy model, it only comes in black. It doesn't come in hot pink. If you want it in hot pink, you have to get the fully loaded model, and that's where you get the hot pink paint, but it comes with all the other things and you have to pay for them, right? You can't mix and match. So mass customization was the idea that you could order any array or any permutation of features that you wanted. And what would happen is that as the car is being manufactured, as it's coming down the assembly line, one particular vehicle is marked for you. And on that vehicle, they would paint it the color you want. They'd put in the features you want. It wouldn't cost them any extra. They wouldn't have to make a whole batch of vehicles like that. They're just making that one unit precisely the way you want. And that would be possible. With things like lean manufacturing, where they have things called quick changeover, where you can quickly change the machines around and offer different features, where you have computer controlled manufacturing, so you can keep track of all these different orders and all the customizations. We have computer systems controlling manufacturing anyway. Why can't we build in this type of customization? That's what everybody predicted 20 years ago. Well, it hasn't happened. And to be precise, it hasn't happened in traditional businesses. What's ironic is that a lot of new types of business that produce products, they're kind of doing it. When they're building their businesses from scratch, they're kind of building this feature in where you have more control of some of the features. But ironically, things like producing automobiles, these traditional companies that have the expertise and the installations and the equipment to be able to do this, for some reason, they've just never gone in that direction. And I have to wonder, is this what the future holds? Is this an obvious area of innovation where those traditional companies will jump on the bandwagon finally and offer mass customization like a lot of nimbler, newer companies are doing? Is that where the future is going to go? I put it to you. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. This is something that no one seems to be talking about, and I'm just kind of puzzled why. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. You guys are awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope to see you again on the next episode of the Business Growth and Entrepreneur Podcast. Take care.